Jenny made a really good point in our press conference this week that after all four of us had the Olympics and such a long season, and then at least I know Jenny and I were celebrating big and like enjoying our break. So it is weird to get back into race mode, and especially for me, a 1200 when my usual race pace is, goal pace is 72s or 73s, and this is 65s. So it was a bit of a harsh entry back into speed work. But I'm the strongest I think I've ever been in terms of, strength work and long runs and tempos and stuff. So I didn't touch much speed in preparation for this, but I don't even know what I ran. I think I don't even know. But I wanted to just give Sydney the lead, and I barely did so. So
she ran from the gut.
Yeah, and I'm used to leading a lot, but I'm just, again, not used to that pace. So I just wanted to give her the baton and the lead, and knew that she's, one of the best runners in the world, and she would get it done, and she did. So I was getting nervous when Jenny was running because she just looked so relaxed, and I was like, I hope she has a plan, because I didn't quite know how close we were or anything. So classic Jenny, she had a glorious last lap and crushed it, and Brenda looked strong, so it was a really good day.
You've had the chance to train under Joe for a little bit now. Wondering, how has that been, and I guess how is it similar and different to training under Mark and Heather?
There's a lot of similarities in the fact that I'm still in Boulder, and I'm still running a lot of the same routes that I used to run. So day to day it doesn't feel that different, but I am doing a fair amount of different work. I'm trying to do a little bit more, longer tempos and strength, more on the strength side, because I think that's been kind of an area that I could improve on. And it's been fun. It's been fun. We were able to go up to Crested Butte to my parents' house for a month at 9,500 feet, and really enjoyed that. I had to be on a treadmill for most of it, but it was still just awesome. So we're having a good time, and I still get to see, Mark and Heather's training group all the time. I see the girls and get to have meals with them and go on runs with them. So I'm very happy, and everything's going well, and we have a new training partner now too, in Aisha Prout-Lear. So we're good.
When you're like 9,500 feet, I guess you grew up that, but that's pretty high. How does it feel when you're on that treadmill?
Excuse me. Everything is hard. Walking up the stairs is hard. Everything is hard at that elevation. So growing up there, that Boulder has now to me become more of like a sea level, and so I do notice a big stimulus when I get up there that I do notice a big difference at that elevation. And I did a couple track sessions at Western State College, which is at 7,700 feet. It's the highest indoor track in the world, and I felt the burn on that for sure. That was really challenging, but just for regular runs, I don't just slow it down a little bit when I'm up that high, and it feels comfortable.
Did you ever envision Joe as a coach?
No, I mean, it wasn't the plan. It wasn't what we sought out, but it has worked out great, and I really think he's super passionate about it, and he and I have a really good relationship with, just he knows me so well and knows what makes me tick and knows what motivates me, and Mark and Heather did too. But it's it's really nice to maintain that dynamic. Yeah, I didn't see him ever being my coach, but it's working out well, and I'm really happy.
In terms of what you're doing for this year, I mean, last year you had a medal, and now I guess the plan is to maybe close the gap on that world record holder and maybe move up to silver or even gold. I mean, how do you do that when you know that they're the world record holder and now you're under a new coach? How differently does the plan for 2017 look?
I think what was one of the best things about Mark and Heather is that they really instilled a lot of confidence in me and Jenny, racing against the African athletes and against the top athletes in the world. They really made us feel that we belong there and that our training prepared us for that. So I think I'm taking the lessons I learned in terms of that confidence and trying to amp it up even more of just finding weaknesses in my training that I feel like I can max out on, and just continuing to do all the little things right, eat right, sleep right, rehab, all that. And I felt like I made a big step last year, but I feel like it's taken me it took 2 years to get from 911 to 907. So a big goal this year is to, not have a 2015 again where I kind of had a little step back. So I want to just continue PRing and maintaining that positive momentum that I had last year.